What does success actually mean? For some, it's stacks of cash and a private jet. For others, it's the ability to leave work at 5 p.m. without a Slack ping ruining dinner. Success is a slippery little word. It changes depending on who you ask. But while no two success stories look identical, successful people tend to share some common habits. The good news? These habits aren't reserved for billionaires, CEOs, or people who somehow enjoy kale smoothies. You can adopt them too. Let's break down 10 proven habits of successful folks and how you can sneak them into your own life. Number 10. Organization. Your new best friend. Raise your hand if your desk looks like a small tornado passed through. It's okay, this is a safe space. While creativity can sometimes spring from chaos, the truth is that organization is a superpower for success. Being organized isn't just about color-coded planners and alphabetized spice racks. It's about managing time, cutting distractions, and actually finishing the 43 things on your to-do list. Successful people often plan their days, keep things tidy, and prioritize like pros. Think of it this way. If your brain is constantly screaming, "Where did I put that file?" you don't have the bandwidth left to focus on big goals. You don't need to go full Marie Kondo. Start with small wins. Set up a weekly plan, clear off your workspace, or finally delete those 10,000 unread promotional emails. Number 9. Relaxation and meditation. Here's a plot twist. Sometimes doing nothing is the most productive thing you can do. Stress is a success killer. And it turns out that many successful people swear by meditation, relaxation techniques, or simply zoning out with purpose. Steve Jobs practiced Zen meditation. Oprah has talked about meditation's impact on her life. Even if sitting cross-legged on a pillow while chanting isn't your vibe, there are plenty of ways to quiet the mental noise. Why it matters. Relaxation helps recharge your creativity, improves focus, and keeps burnout from tackling you like an NFL linebacker. Instead of doom-scrolling Twitter before bed, try breathing exercises, journaling, or wild idea, sleeping. Number 8. Taking action. Successful people are allergic to procrastination. They don't just talk about their dreams, they actually chase them, sometimes before they even feel ready. It's easy to say, "I'll start tomorrow." But tomorrow isn't real. The trick is to take the smallest possible step forward today. Want to write a book? Write a single page. Thinking of starting a side hustle? Buy the domain name. Action builds momentum, and momentum builds confidence. Remember, clarity comes from doing, not waiting. Perfectionism is just procrastination wearing a fancy hat. Number 7. Personal care. Imagine trying to run a marathon after pulling 3 all-nighters, eating nothing but vending machine chips and surviving on pure coffee fumes. That's what many of us call Monday. Successful people treat self-care as non-negotiable. They eat balanced meals, exercise regularly, and brace yourself. Actually get enough sleep. Research shows that sleep deprivation leads to poor decision-making, crankiness, and the kind of behavior that gets you subtweeted by coworkers. Self-care doesn't need to be extravagant spa days or green juice. It can be as simple as drinking water, stretching between Zoom calls, or going to bed before Netflix asks, "Are you still watching?" Number 6. Positive attitude. Life has a way of throwing curveballs, wrenches, and occasionally entire pianos into your path. The difference between success and defeat often comes down to how you react. Successful people keep their attitudes in check. That doesn't mean they're walking around with fake smiles plastered on their faces, singing Disney songs while chaos unfolds. It means they choose to see setbacks as temporary detours rather than permanent roadblocks. A positive mindset doesn't eliminate problems, but it does give you the resilience to handle them. Falling into negativity is like falling into quicksand. It pulls you down, and the more you struggle, the worse it gets. Staying positive, however, gives you perspective, creativity, and the ability to think of solutions instead of obsessing over obstacles. Plus, let's be honest, people are simply more likely to work with you if you're optimistic, rather than if you show up every day looking like you've been personally betrayed by your Wi-Fi router. Number 5, networking and collaboration. Some people like to believe they're lone wolves, conquering the world with nothing but grit and determination. But let's be real, even wolves travel in packs. Successful people understand the power of networking and collaboration. They know that building strong relationships, sharing knowledge, and working with others can take them further than trying to do everything alone. Networking doesn't have to mean awkwardly circling a room with a handful of business cards, hoping someone makes eye contact. It can be as simple as connecting with colleagues, seeking mentors, or finding collaborators for your next big idea. Every great success story has a supporting cast. Think of networking not as schmoozing, but as collecting allies for your personal quest. And unlike video games, you don't need cheat codes. You just need genuine conversations and the willingness to help others in return. Number 4, frugality. If you think success means buying diamond-encrusted shoes and yachts shaped like giant swans, think again. Many of the wealthiest people in the world are surprisingly frugal. Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he bought decades ago, and no, it doesn't have a gold-plated driveway. Frugality is less about being stingy and more about being intentional. Successful people don't waste resources. They recognize that money, time, and energy are precious, and they spend them wisely. Being frugal doesn't mean never having fun. It just means making choices that align with long-term goals. Skip the overpriced gadgets you'll forget about in a week and invest in something that actually improves your life. It's about discipline, not deprivation. And let's be honest, isn't it more impressive to build wealth quietly than to go broke loudly? Number 3, early rising. There's something magical about the early morning hours. The world is quieter, distractions are fewer, and even the air feels different, like it hasn't been polluted by 1,000 emails yet. Successful people often take advantage of this time by waking up early, getting a head start, and setting the tone for the rest of the day. Of course, becoming a morning person doesn't happen overnight. Ironically, it happens over many nights of going to bed earlier. The key is to establish a morning routine that energizes you, whether that's exercise, meditation, journaling, or simply enjoying a peaceful cup of coffee before the chaos begins. Sure, the snooze button is tempting, but nothing feels better than knowing you've accomplished half your goals while everyone else is still drooling on their pillows. Number 2, success with purpose. The mark of true success isn't just what you achieve, but what you give back. Some of the most accomplished people in the world are also the most generous. Bill Gates has donated billions. Dolly Parton has given millions of books to children. And countless others dedicate their time, energy, and resources to helping others. Giving back isn't about writing massive checks. It's about finding ways to contribute to your community, whether through volunteering, mentoring, or small acts of kindness. Not only does giving back make the world a better place, it also gives you a sense of purpose that money can't buy. It sharpens leadership skills, builds empathy, and connects you to people in meaningful ways. And who knows? Your generosity might inspire someone else to follow in your footsteps. Number 1, reading and continuous learning. Finally, successful people are lifelong learners. They read, they study, they stay curious. From business books to biographies, continuing education keeps the brain sharp and the opportunities flowing. Warren Buffett once said he spends about 80% of his day reading. Granted, most of us can't get away with that at work, but you get the point. Instead of scrolling TikTok for 45 minutes, swap in 15 minutes of reading. Bonus points if it's something that makes you smarter instead of something that makes you yell at strangers on the internet. And that's it. 10 habits of highly successful people that you can start stealing today. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and smash that like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. And remember, success doesn't happen overnight, but with the right habits, it's definitely on the horizon. See you in the next one.